Hey guys, Jen here with Raven Lou and Paper 2, sharing with you what I'm sending to my partner Kathy. We were paired up in the It's a Deal Creepy Clipboard Swap. When I spoke with Miss Kathy, we both decided that we were more on the cute side than the creepy side. So I went ahead and decided to use this year's brand new collection, the Happy Halloween from Fancy Pants Design. The only things I ordered were the 6x8 paper pad and the ephemera. One pack of the ephemera pieces, and I've used all that to make everything you see here. I only supplemented a few things using the Recollections Happy Halloween from last year from Michael's. For the swap, we were to send, of course, a 6x8 clipboard with a hanging element / dangle, a memory dex card, a sweet treat for our partner, and 2 store-bought goodies, 2 embellishments of our choice, and 2 bag toppers. And of course that is, there's more than that here because I'm sending a little more. And if you guys notice the star in the background there, this is a bag I made following Kristian's tutorial from Kristian's Crafty Adventures here on YouTube, and I'll be sure to leave a link to that tutorial on the in the description box down below. Hers was a backpack, and I just turned it into a handbag to kind of fit most of the stuff in. All right, let's get right to it. So here's a closer look at that bag that I made to put in most of the stuff that I'm sending to Miss Kathy. And once again, I followed a tutorial from Kristian's Crafty Adventures on YouTube, and I will leave the link for the book bag that she made down below. Like I said, I only altered it just slightly just to change it into a purse because I didn't know how well it would fit in a box with the straps for the book bag. So the first mistake I actually made when constructing this bag here is that I only ordered the 6x8 paper from Fancy Pants Design, and this is much bigger. Well, not much bigger, but it is bigger than the 6x8, so that it could fit the 6x8 clipboard. And the paper here wasn't big enough, so I had to quilt. Basically, I did like a quilting technique where I took each piece of paper, the scraps that I had, and cut them into 2x2 squares, and made this like hold on, let me, this quilt-like pattern right here on the front. And of course, I also did it on the strap. So let's get a closer look here. There we go. So these are the squares I was talking about, and I basically just glued those down and then stitched around them. This ephemera piece right here, I went ahead and used that copper colored thread and stitched on it as well. And then all around the frame here, I stitched on it too. Here is a better look at the handle. It's just not deciding to focus on it, is it? There we go. It's a better look at the handle. And then for the side here, I made another charm. Hello, Riley. Did you want to be in the video too? There's Riley, everybody. She says hello. Okay. So I made this little charm for the side here. This is just an extra one. This is one of those Dollar Tree skeleton hands that I painted and glittered with the orange. And here are a few resin pieces that were gifted to me, I believe, last year, maybe even the year before. And I really wanted to keep this all with the same color scheme as the paper here. Now for the front of this bag or box, it is a shaker. And then, excuse my alarm, guys. It's letting me know someone's coming in the basement. This is the front after you open the shaker panel, and it just opens all the way up like this. That way I can fit everything down inside of it. All right, and I think I'm going to show you guys first the clipboard. I'm just going to move through these required pieces one at a time. I'll start here on the far end. with the 6x8 clipboard. Here is the hanging dangle element on mine. I've used some alpha beads to spell out her name, the words boo and jinx. I have a lot of different little charms for Halloween. We have the candy cane. Here's a enamel pumpkin down here. An enamel witch's hat as well. Some little ghosties. I've even got little beads that are in the shape of candies. For the actual front part here of the clipboard, I used the ephemera piece that says Happy Halloween, and I've stitched on each letter with coordinating thread. On the border here, I have that copper colored thread going around. For the back, it is a shaker. And the little girl here is also an ephemera piece, and I've sewn around some of the little details that I wanted to pop out, like her little gorgeous red hair and her cauldron and stuff like that. The next required piece were the 2 embellishments of our choice. This is how I'm packaging mine. There's a little skull up there at the top. Let me take these guys out of the package for you. So Miss Mandee at Designs by Miss Mandee offered these potion bottles, and I just went ahead and I've layered them up because she made them 3D, which I used to make the memory decks. But I layered them up to make these cute little embellishments. And here in the cutout portion, I've used some holographic like vinyl or vellum. I don't know if you guys can see the sheen of it. And I have some little micro, like little seed beads almost in there. And they kind of tilt around in there to make it look like liquid. And also part of the SVG, the free SVG, were the little skull heads to go on them. And I've just kind of accented everything with the copper thread and little gems. Now this memory decks is that same SVG by Miss Mandee. And I went ahead and used the 3D portion. I just welded the back piece onto a memory decks image I had on my Cricut. And for the cutout there in the middle where the potion is, I've added some sequin mix. And instead of using the little skull that came with the SVG, I used some ephemera pieces here, and I've added diamond dots, and of course done the stitching in the coordinating colors on the important pieces. And I always like to add little dots and stuff on the bottom there. And on the back we were supposed to include our info, but I included it in my card. Instead, I just went ahead and put my little logo sticker back there for her. Everything's falling over, sorry. Here are my bag toppers we were required to make. For these bag toppers here, I have, they all, as you see, they pretty much look like what I have here on the top. I just made an orange one and a purple one. And for the top, I mixed those 2 colors together. It starts with this base shape of the coffin on the bottom, and I've sewn all around the edges of that. Then I have a layer of tulle. For the orange ones, I have that Dollar Tree kind of snow looking tulle. And for the purple one, you can't really see it in the background, but it's the black and purple tulle with the spider webs on it. And then I've used this vinyl. I put it on some cardstock, and it's just a holographic vinyl in purple. And then this was a metallic cardstock in that copper color. And of course, I went ahead and used some of the paper collection for the little tiny middle coffin. And lots of ephemera pieces that, again, I stitched around and added diamond dots to. And I also added a little dangle bead on each of the bag toppers as well. For store-bought goodies, I packaged up some of the Dollar Tree foam flowers because all these colors matched with the collection really well. I went ahead and I found this guy actually on my Cricut. I have the, I think it's called All Access or whatever, where you just pay the monthly subscription for it. And I cut out this little guy. Like I said, this little bag topper was part of their little monthly subscription thing. Then I have these bags here that I am going to gift to Miss Kathy. They say you've been booed, and they have little jack-o'-lanterns all over them, and they have matching little tags you can include. And I just picked these guys up at Walmart, and I added a little bag topper to this guy as well. I just went ahead and I used my Cricut to cut out this giant candy, and I layered it on top of this back piece with an offset, and just welded those two pieces together. For the middle here, I went ahead and used that metallic paper again and cut and stitched out to make it stand out a little better. And then I've used some of the tulle over this orange paper, and I've stitched on it as well to give it the wrapper look. And as for these pieces of alpha here, I've had them forever, probably since I even started doing the scrapbooking stuff. I don't even remember what I had them for. But they were like hot pink and stuff, so I just used some acrylic paint and painted this purple to match with the collection, and used some of the, I cannot think of what it's called at this moment. It's the stuff that makes the clear hard shell on it so that it just wouldn't chip off the paint. If I ever think of the name of it, I'll tell you guys. And then for chocolate, for a treat, Miss Kathy said she liked the caramel treats, and if it had the salted caramel. And of course, I just made wraps for these bars. I found this guy. He was the first one I found, and I'd never heard of him, but I went ahead and purchased him. And like I said, I used some of the ephemera here to go around it. And then I did another one because I found this guy a little later, and it's some Ghirardelli, so I know that one will be good for her. So I figured I would include both, and maybe the other one is good as well. I just, like I said, I've never tried that brand before. All right, I'm going to show you guys a few extras I'm sending because I am extra and I need to send extra. Hold on one second. Okay, here are the extra pieces I am sending. This is just the card I made for her, and I just wanted to show you guys how cute it is. I found this little witch girl here at, I just used Pinterest and searched for a free Halloween digi-stamp, and I thought she was adorable. So I just used my Copic markers to color her, and then I used my Cricut again, and I used the draw feature to write out the best witches and then cut it out so that it would go on the top of this card. I thought it would match the collection pretty well. Also, I think last year at Target, they might have them again this year. They had these like Easter eggs, but they were Halloween themed. And I have filled it with a bunch of different charms and beads and stuff that go with the Halloween theme, just so that Miss Kathy has some fun little things that she can use maybe later on this year or next year. I also made this little sequin mix here, this little coffin guy. Oh no, hold on, don't open on me. I haven't taped it closed yet. Gotta remember to do that so Miss Kathy doesn't get a surprise. So I found this little coffin container at Michael's. It had slime in it, and I just cut out a piece of the collection paper to fit in the middle here and used some of the ephemera to go on top. And it's just some of the sequin mix that I used to go into the shaker bits of my project. And that was the sequin mix that I'm sharing with her. I also had this fun little skeleton hand pin that I'm just throwing in there because I've already got a backpack and a clipboard. I definitely think we need a pen too. I had these stickers, and they matched pretty well, and I thought that she would enjoy these stickers. And then I made my first pair of earrings using some charms that I picked up last year from Michael's, and I just went ahead and used that copper colored wire and the earring toppers there to make my little earrings I'm gifting her. And last but not least are these little ghosty embellishments. I used this to make my last memory decks, this SVG here. And I think it's from Vinyl Paper on Etsy. And I just thought it was so cute, so I thought I'd make some more little ghosties to share with her because they're cute. And the first little guy says eek, and then I left this guy blank. And that is everything that I am sending in my creepy clipboard swap to Miss Kathy. If you guys like what I've done here, you can check out better pictures on my Instagram, and also I have reels without me talking on my TikTok page, and I'll be sure to maybe put a reel on Instagram as well. If you guys like what you see, go ahead and like and subscribe, and thanks so much for watching. Thank you.